The US and Iran are set to hold talks today in Oman, while the president is also threatening legal action if Iran doesn't agree on a deal on its nuclear program, as well as to stop killing the protesters. John, Trump also said the Iranian leader should be very worried. What's going on?
Well, Rowan, in my opinion, there's not much use in negotiating with the mullahs. I mean, what are they going to give up? They're a grotesquely unpopular tyranny. They're hanging on by their fingernails. I really don't think that the negotiations are going to be productive. I don't see how they can be. But where we're at, Rowan, I think, is that Trump has to do something. He has described a massive armada of American ships heading for Iran. He's told the people of Iran that help is on the way. He's threatened the mullahs if they continue to mow down civilians, which of course they have done. He's got to follow through in some way. He can't be like Barack Obama and set out a red line that he then forgets about when it's violated. He's got to do something.
And, John, this goes to the heart of the sort of current controversy tearing apart the American right, which is this idea of, is Trump an isolationist? I've never viewed him as an isolationist. But some in the America First or MAGA crowd say, oh, we shouldn't have anything to do with Iran. It's their problem. Let them stew. But others, rightly, in my opinion, are saying Trump promised to help. It is obscene what the mullahs are doing to women, to protesters, to young people. America must step in. How's that playing out on the right side of politics, this schism, if you like?
Rowan, I think that the truly isolationist element of the American right is very small. I think the vast majority of Trump's supporters are like you and me. The United States needs to play a leading role in the world. And when you have a regime like the mullahs in Iran that have been bitterly hostile to the United States, that have killed American soldiers, that do everything they can to counteract American policies, it is very much in our interest to get rid of them. I think that some people pay too much attention to the isolationist fringe of the Republican Party. I don't think it's large.
I'm glad to hear that, John. And finally, Donald Trump and Chinese President Xi Jinping have reportedly held an excellent call, quote, as they discussed an array of issues such as trade, Taiwan, energy, Russia's war in the Ukraine. So, John, the US's relationship with China, it's obviously very important, but it seems the two leaders are very kind of apprehensive, wary towards each other. What do you make of this phone call? And, you know, what is the future for the Trump-Xi relationship, in your opinion?
Well, it's always entertaining to read President Trump's descriptions of these phone calls with foreign leaders because they're always excellent. They're always perfect. They're always great. So Trump goes through this long litany of topics that they discussed in a 2-hour conversation. But then in Chinese state media, they don't talk about most of those topics. They say it was about Taiwan. And President Xi was really laying down the law to Trump on Taiwan. And what's going on there is that the United States recently agreed to sell Taiwan, I think it's $11 billion worth of arms. And obviously the Chinese are unhappy about that. The Chinese very much want to retake Taiwan. And it is very much in American interests and the West's interests that that not happen. And as long as the United States government is committed to defending Taiwan, and I think during the Trump administration, at least, that commitment is very clear. The Chinese are not going to act. So I think as to Taiwan, we are going to continue to see the same standoff, the same status quo that we have had now for many years.